Two lines intersect each other at the point 2, 3, and both of them makes an angle of 60 degrees with each other. If the slope of one of the line is 2, then find the equation of the two lines. Let us begin. So here we have two lines. Let's name them L1 and L2. Now the two lines are intersecting at a point. Let's call that point as point A, having the coordinates 2, 3. Also, the two lines are making an angle of theta between them. Now, it's given here that one of the line has a slope equals to 2. So let us suppose that line L1 has a slope which is given by M1. Let's say this is equals to 2. Now, our goal will be to find out the equation of the two lines. Now, to find out the equation of the two lines, we'll take the help of the point slope form of a line. So let's quickly recap what's the point slope form of a line. So let's say we have a point whose coordinates are x1, y1. And let's say we have a line that passes through this particular point, and this line has a slope of m. Then the point slope form tells us that if we have y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1, then this particular expression or this equation is what represents the equation of that particular line. So in our case, we have the point of the point A, which lies on the line L1, and we have its slope m1 equals to 2. So we can immediately obtain the equation of line L1. So let's do that first. We'll come to line L2 in a moment. So for line L1, we have the point A, 2, 3, through which the line passes, and we also have the slope m1 equals to 2. So we get y minus y1. So y1 will be the y coordinate of point A. This will be equals to 2 times x minus x1. So x1 will be the x coordinate of point A. So that's 2. So we have y minus 3 equals to 2x minus 4. Rewriting this, we get 2x minus y minus 1 equals to 0. So this is going to be the equation of line L1. Now, to find out the equation of line L2, we have the point A through which it passes, or you can say the point A lies on that particular line, but we need to find out its slope m2. Okay, now it's given here that the angle formed by the two lines at the point of intersection is theta. So we know there's a formula which relates them. So if we have tangent of theta, we take the tangent of that particular angle between them, then that's given by the absolute value of m1 minus m2 divided by 1 plus the product m1 times m2. So here we know the value of theta, that's 60 degrees, that's given to us. We have m1, so that's also given to us. So we substitute theta and m1 into the respective positions, and that's going to help us obtain the value of m2. So let's do that. So we have tangent of 60 degrees, that will be equals to the value of m1, that's 2. We have 2 minus m2 divided by 1 plus 2 times m2. Okay, the tangent of 60 degrees, that's a standard value with square root of 3. That will be equals to the absolute value of 2 minus m2 divided by 1 plus 2 times m2. Okay, now let's solve for the value of m2. Since it's a equation involving absolute value, so we'll get two equations. One will be 2 minus m2 divided by 1 plus 2 times m2 equals to positive square root of 3. And the other possibility is going to be 2 minus m2 divided by 1 plus 2 times m2 equals to negative square root of 3. Fine. So let's solve each of the two equations individually to find out the value of slope m2. So here we will get 2 minus m2. So this will be equals to square root of 3 plus 2 times square root of 3 times m2. Okay, we'll combine the terms containing m2. So we have 2 times square root of 3 plus 1 multiplied to m2 equals to 2 minus square root of 3. So m2 will be equals to 2 minus square root of 3 divided by 2 times square root of 3 plus 1. Furthermore, what we can do, we can rationalize the denominator. All we have to do is multiply it with its conjugate, which is 2 times square root of 3 minus 1. So we multiply the same value 2 times square root of 3 minus 1 to the numerator as well. So in the numerator, we're going to get 2 minus square root of 3 multiplied to 2 square root of 3 minus 1. So we should get 4 times square root of 3 minus 2 minus 2 times square root of 3 times 3. So that's going to be simply 3 plus square root of 3, negative square root of 3 minus 1. That's positive square root of 3. divided by 2 times square root of 3 squared minus 1 squared. So for the simplification, it's going to give us 5 times square root of 3. So 2 times 3, that's 6. 6, negative 2, that will be negative 8. Divided by the 2 times square root of 3 squared, so that's going to be 12. So 12 minus 1 is going to be 11. So this is going to be the value of slope m2. If we use the other equation, so let's further simplify this. We're going to get 2 minus m2. That will be equals to negative square root of 3 multiplied to 1 plus 2 times m2. So we have 2 minus m2 equals to negative square root of 3 minus 2 times square root of 3 times m2. So we will combine the terms containing m2. So let's take this term to the left hand side. So we have 2 times square root of 3 times m2 minus m2 equals to, we're going to transpose 2 to the right hand side. We have negative square root of 3 minus 2. So that gives us 2 times square root of 3 minus 1 whole multiplied to m2 equals to negative square root of 3 minus 2. So m2 comes out to be negative square root of 3 minus 2 divided by 2 times square root of 3 minus 1. So let's rationalize the denominator as well. We are going to multiply the denominator with its conjugate. So 2 times square root of 3 plus 1. We do that to the numerator as well. 2 times square root of 3 plus 1. Okay. So now we will multiply negative square root of 3 minus 2 with 2 times square root of 3 plus 1 in the numerator. So we should get, so negative square root of 3 times 2 times square root of 3. So that's going to give us negative 6. Then we have negative square root of 3 multiplied to 1, giving us negative square root of 3. Then we have negative 2 multiplied to 2 times square root of 3. So that's negative 4 times square root of 3. Negative 2 multiplied to negative 1 is simply going to be negative 2. The whole divided by, so if we take the product of these two, that's going to be nothing but 11. So we now finally get negative 5 times square root of 3 minus 8 divided by 11. So that's the value of m2. Okay, so now we have m2. Fine. So we have the two slopes. Now this particular line which has slope, one of the slope is given by 5 times square root of 3 minus 8 over 11. Other one is given by negative 5 times square root of 3 minus 8 over 11. So we can use both of the terms separately to get the equation of the line. So we were trying to find out the equation of line L2 which passes through the point A 2 comma 3. Okay, so let's do that. So for line 2 which passes through the point A 2 comma 3, we will consider the first slope m2 5 times square root of 3 minus 8 over 11. So we get y minus y1. So y1 here is 3. That will be equals to the slope m2 which is 5 times square root of 3 minus 8 over 11 whole multiplied to x minus x1. So x1 will be 2. Okay, so let's simplify this. We get y minus 3. This will be equals to 5 times square root of 3 minus 8 over 11 whole multiplied to x minus, so we have 2 multiplied to 5 times square root of 3. So that's 10 times square root of 3 minus 2 times 8. That's going to be 16 divided by 11. And this will be equals to y given us will be 5 times square root of 3 minus 8 over 11 times x. Then we have positive 3 minus 10 times square root of 3 minus 16 over 11. So let's combine the two constant terms. We will get y equals to 5 times square root of 3 minus 8 over 11 whole multiplied to x plus we have the common denominator 11. So that will be 33 plus 16. So that's going to be 49. We have 49 minus 10 times square root of 3. So this is going to be the required equation of the line. And if we use slope m2, then we will have y minus y1. So y1 will be the y coordinate of 8, that's 3, equals to the slope which is negative times square 5 times square root of 3 plus 8 over 11 multiplied to x minus x1. So x1 is simply 2. So we have y minus 3 equals to negative 5 times square root of 3 plus 8 over 11 plus 2 times 5 square root of 3 plus 8 over 11. So y will be equals to negative 5 square root of 3 plus 8 over 11 times x. Then we'll transpose this 3 to the right hand side and combine with 3 with 2 times, so that's 5 square root of 3, that's 10 times square root of 3 plus 16 over 11. So that will be y equals to negative 5 square root of 3 plus 8 over 11 times x plus we have 49 plus 10 times square root of 3 over 11. So this is going to be the equation of line L2. We have two equations because there are two types of lines. So let's try to understand why we're getting two equations of the same line. So here what we can suppose is the second equation of line L2 is arising because let's say the line L2 passes through the point A. Now this time it's still making an angle 60 degree with line L1. So this is the angle. So that's why we're getting two equations. So there are two possibilities here.